Welcome to the Pokoki Universe channel. I'm Anna. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, and for supporting and helping this channel. I am truly, truly grateful to you. I congratulate Orthodox Christians on the upcoming Christmas. The 6th will already be Christmas Eve, and in general, this is a wonderful time, starting from Catholic Christmas to the astrological and astronomical New Year. And up to these moments. Yes, it's such a wonderful, amazing time, no matter which denomination you belong to. That is, all over the world, people turn to saints, to higher powers. Celebration and joy stem from miracles, which in turn create more miracles and bring change and interesting events to life. In general, it's a wonderful time. It's just filled with energy, all over the world. In our family, we actually celebrate both this Christmas and that Christmas. The more holidays, the better, right? The more often we remember the higher powers, the more we give thanks, the better. Ideally, you could do this every day, but that's just how the whole world is. Today, we'll only turn to your guardian angel for the most fateful moments, to see what they have to say to you. And tomorrow, on Christmas Eve, of course, we'll be doing fortune-telling for your future spouse. So, interesting moments ahead. In general, it's the best time, the most fascinating time for fortune-telling. It's just wonderful, really. Let's take a look at you, what your guardian angel wants to tell you. Thank you. What fateful moments he will show you. Thank you. What's happening with you. Thank you. And then we'll take a look at the fateful moments. Thank you. Look, your soul has found support. Thank you. Your soul has found support, meaning you now rely on your own inner world, on the strength of your soul. Perhaps somewhere this support collapsed in the past. Here, the guardian angel doesn't say what happened here. We'll look further to see which cards come up. But your soul has found support, thank you. You rely on yourself, on the world you've created for yourself. At the very least, 2 important goals have been achieved here. You understand this clearly, and you're happy. You have fulfilled some wishes yourself. Based on your spirit, yes. The card is literally called Support of the Soul, and it has undergone a transformation. Maybe, yes. When something was breaking you, I don't know. It was hard to rely on yourself. But now you are standing strong. Well, your soul has grown, you know, the strength of your spirit. I don't know about your body, but your guardian angel says your soul has become strong and powerful, and you know very well that you can fulfill your own desires. Boys are watching too, my dears. Please forgive me. It's just that 90% of the viewers are girls. So I'm addressing the girls. And you, as the stronger sex, a strong man, very intelligent, you have a developed intellect, just apply this to yourself. Please forgive us, the weaker sex. Although the girls here are not weak at all, they're strong in spirit. Girls who, you know, they're the support of the soul, really. It's wonderful, yes. Just like how she loves you, your guardian angel says how strong you are. How many wonderful things you've accomplished. How you've clarified paths and directions, figured things out, achieved something. At least 2, maybe even 3. There seem to be 3 of them. A peek, yes, we're showing it. Self-sufficiency. And this card right here, it says that in this physical world, where of course we all work hard to meet our needs, often through struggles and sweat. A vision helped you, some kind of vision. Actually, the 3rd eye and above, also the crown chakra. Yes, this is the vision of higher powers. You somehow reconsidered this world. The energy has risen higher, well, from the lower chakras. Some people only care about eating and sleeping, completely unspiritual and indifferent, just crawling along like worms. Well, there are such people, yes. Their soul just doesn't awaken at all, and they are completely non-believers. Well, they just don't see. They can't understand that there is something there. Yes, right here you have energy. Well, maybe you were even born with it. I can't say for sure. It's just something I see somehow. Maybe you've been able to see things since birth, but there was definitely some work done, even if you could see from birth. But most likely you didn't trust certain signs. Maybe society had an influence, because here you started relying on yourself, you know? Sometimes, and it happens often, people say, "What nonsense are you talking about?" Someone doesn't believe your words, your foresight. And maybe society could have broken that support somewhere, the support for yourself, for your own vision, for some unusual understanding. Probably, it took some time to accept myself. It took some time. You just realized that this vision wasn't given to you for nothing. It actually helps you. In a complicated world, a complicated one, where everyone is sweating, people, as they say, are working hard to fulfill their desires and simply be happy. So, a certain vision of happiness has appeared, because happiness is inside us. It's about how we relate to this world. Ah, interesting, I see. It's nourishment for the soul. Naturally, you had to spend time figuring yourself out. Maybe the world, just like I was saying. Yes, maybe the world was dissatisfied with some of your words. Look, yes, this kind of larva, like from the world. Is it the world's dissatisfaction with you? Or were you dissatisfied with the world and some people? Toxic thoughts, yes, that someone might have tried to instill, maybe about yourself or something else, but it's not true. It's already clear that the world hasn't gone anywhere as long as we're living here. Definitely, there are toxic people too. This filth of the world, it's always 50-50. The world is harmonious, meaning there are bright people, there are dark people, and there are people who haven't awakened. They just think about themselves, that's all. But here, this has been worked through. Look, you have to rely on yourself here, no matter what anyone says. Maybe you even had some toxic thoughts about yourself and about this world. Yes, right here, there was just this parasite on your head. Come on, let's go. Or it's other people. Or sometimes it could be your own thoughts about yourself. Like the world tells me that I'm wrong, that I'm something else like that. Yes, it can be like that, but it's been worked through. But I'll say this. You stopped arguing with the world that tried to overwhelm you with toxicity. It's like there was an attack from toxic people somewhere, because here there are two people, right? Maybe it's society, really, some kind of toxic environment. You stopped the battle, stopped arguing. Well, it's like, just live as you want. The end of the battle. And you just said, "I am who I am." The card showed determination to have your own vision of this world, your own understanding of happiness. And you started to feel good. Oh, it's like some kind of cleansing happened. Without arguments, without conflicts. Maybe you stopped listening to toxic news. I don't know. Maybe you left toxic people behind, or even left some kind of toxic social circle. There it is, burning. That kind of social circle is just burning. And you just said, "I will have my own world, clean and peaceful." But of course, you had to put out that fire, right in the flames. Maybe there were resentments, frustrations. Maybe someone even just had their own toxic addictions. Here, I resolved an inner conflict and said, I will have something pure. I can do this. My toxic desires don't control me. That's roughly how it could be. That's why sometimes, when the energy rises up here, so to speak, the energy of our chakras, yes, because here is the third eye of vision, we start to treat ourselves more spiritually. And what could have come to mind here? Why did exactly these two cards come to mind? Yes, that my toxic desires don't control me? Maybe someone has experienced this, and you refused, meaning you started to control your desires. Not argue, but accept them and say, I want purity. Yes, I have this inside me, for example. I don't know. None of us here are perfect people. That doesn't happen on Earth. Yes. Inside each of us, there is also a toxic desire. Well, we all have this 50-50 because the world is balanced. We have pure intentions, and we also have negative thoughts, even about ourselves. We can be our own worst enemies, yes. And of course, the outside world sees that. And if we cross a certain line into negativity, if we fall into toxicity because of our own toxic desires, the world sees that, and it also starts to take advantage of us. Well, and when you accept yourself, yes, in the light, and I can control it. And in the world, toxicity starts to fall away from society. Because it's no longer possible to take advantage of you, you've decided to have, well, something pure, something unique. Yes, I just had to pull myself together. Here is the card, you see. It's so blue, really blue, and there's some kind of fiery energy, passionate. Yes, passionate. Maybe I can't argue with myself, and sometimes there's this kind of toxicity. I underestimate myself. I think I can't do it, or something like that. Someone could have imposed that on me. Well, sometimes it happens, yes. It's just the world. Something happened. Some kind of support could have collapsed. Yes. Maybe before you held your world together with someone. Yes. Maybe there were tough divorces or something else, like a support. Yes, I had to handle it alone. And sometimes toxic thoughts like, I can't do it, or I won't manage, would arise. But again, it's dissatisfaction with yourself, dissatisfaction with your fate. Since we're talking about fortune-telling about fate, basically, you decided to have something pure and bright. And for some people, in an everyday sense, it's about having your own world, your job. Let's say, yes, right here there's a little house in the middle, awareness. Yes, to achieve some goals here as well, like having your own property, maybe. And for someone, a clean one, without scandals inside the house, for example, or without those kinds of thoughts. I can't. I'm not worthy. Feeling some kind of guilt at the same time. So, you decided to have something. Did you manage to get it? I would put it that way. Oh, through believing in yourself, through faith in higher powers, through treating yourself with love when your intentions are pure. Maybe you have something unusual about you. This card of uniqueness, after all. Somewhere, yes. Maybe society somehow. Well, if you don't have anything like that here, although I doubt it, you wouldn't have ended up on an esoteric channel. Your uniqueness, even if you have a very simple life, well, that's just how you are. It still shows in the fact that you're still interested in esotericism. Esotericism is self-discovery. That's what it is. Self-sufficiency, relying on yourself, determination to have, faith in yourself. That grew thanks to faith in higher powers. Everything is interconnected. And these two red cards, kind of fiery ones, they were cleansed thanks to faith, to faith. Well, maybe someone didn't believe in your vision at all, And you said, well, as they say, go in peace. I can't put it any other way. The end of the battle. You're tired of proving yourself, tired of doing something, and you created your own world, you know? I can say that according to this card, well, here it's like planting some toxic thoughts. Well, sometimes we do it ourselves. Sometimes here it's just partner-related cards. This is a guardian angel that came up, yes, to protect you. And faith in yourself. Kind of increased it, yes. And here it's like, if this is still about society, it comes out as a partner card. And with the world, yes, battle's over. I no longer try to prove myself. So, getting stuck in some kind of toxicity and all, I decided to have it. And you did it. Here's this card. You did it. You have something that makes you very happy, and you had enough strength. This is a strong soul. It's not about the body, and so far nothing has been about the body. You simply carried the spirit, carried faith. Once more, we look to higher powers. And still, yes, energy is the foundation of everything. Yes, the energy of the soul, the energy of the spirit is the primary cause. It is, of course, immense and, of course, expanding, just like the whole universe. Endless, endlessly expanding, while matter is finite. That is, toward a specific person. Relying on a steady income, I don't know, on the permanence of your own body. Here, the body is nonsense. Nothing is perfect on earth. Everything falls apart. Everything transforms. And the only thing you can rely on is faith. In this endless editor, the universe, which expands endlessly, just like the soul grows endlessly, and with this strength of spirit, no matter how much the material world falls apart, you can always rely on it. And you did it, and your vision is certainly unusual. I think without this vision, nothing would have worked out, because there are people who are not awakened. They will never see, well, maybe they won't see it in this life, but the soul still grows. It's precisely the difficulties of a mother in material life, some kinds of hardships that lead many people to faith, to inner strength. Well, I don't know if you were born this way, or if it happened when you lost your support in this earthly world, in certain people. Maybe it was about the house, realizing it wouldn't be forever, that it could be taken away from me, forgive me. Maybe it was family, or maybe you started relying on yourself. And of course, toxic thoughts were really worked through here. It doesn't matter if you thought that way about yourself, that you wouldn't be able to handle something. This was absolutely worked through here. My confidence grew. We even visualized it. There was some period here, the 5th. The arcana came up. I don't know, maybe it's somehow connected with the number 5. How did you build this self-reliance? How did you build this material world? Achieving your goals, enjoying life, clarifying things. Does this world make you happy now? But there was some kind of building process here. You could actually see how step by step you were doing something, maybe even building yourself. Here, a person is building themselves, their new self. In the end, you built a world. You worked through relationships and dependencies, considered different options. You probably read a lot, watched things, maybe analyzed something, and developed your own perspective. Well, and here, this card is more about calmness after all. I think here you accepted yourself completely, even though there was a dependent relationship still from this world. But we all depend on the world, on the country we live in anyway. Our body, that's the first thing we were given, then our parents, our family, the place where we were born, even karma. Yes, our lineage, some personal karma, the karma of the country or the karma of the community we are in. There was still a relationship of dependence here, but you somehow accepted your own perspective, and a certain calmness began. Well, okay, yes, I live here, and I'm considering my options. This attitude, yes. This inner, this is my perspective, my inner intentions. Look, some kind of dissatisfaction with the world, and the world was dissatisfied with you somewhere, and you were dissatisfied with the world. You just started comparing, already without any passions, without the desire to yell at someone. Well, in general, you were just comparing. Again, it's a 5, that's it. It was an idealization, yes, of some process. You saw that people idealize something, but there's nothing perfect on earth. It's an illusion. And do not make yourself an idol. Yes, there's nothing perfect. Maybe you accepted it somewhere, but there's nothing perfect in the world. Here it's 50-50. There is always someone who thinks the same way I do, with some nuances, and someone else sees the world completely differently. And there are people who idealize things. Maybe you idealized something specific, a certain life or something else, but you realize that if you idealize, everything will fall apart. Idealization is interesting. You've met greedy people. It's just that here they're showing those who idealized. Material well-being was suppressed very strongly. Thank you. You saw that people idealized the material world, money, material resources, and didn't understand that all of this is based on the energy of the soul. If you idealize the material world and behave without spirituality, it will collapse anyway. It's like it's made of energy, the primary cause of building the material world, the energy of the soul, spirituality. And if it's not 50-50 in harmony, then someone here was idealizing, you see? And it's very cold. And it was pressing, of course. But you somehow kept your own. Here came the rustle of the morning stars. You accepted your own talents. And I say this, here there are 3 of something, still, right here, as if you can see 2 mountains. But here there are 3 mountains. But right here, between the mountains, there is also something. Either it's family or it's home. Something also related to an apartment issue. But you really had to rebuild yourself, remake yourself, to find some support for your soul, to rely on yourself. You accepted your talents, very bright ones, at least 4 talents, 4 goals. And by applying them, you achieved success without people like that. Greedy, oppressive ones. Well, you had to keep yourself in check, of course, not get involved in those passions. It was like you were being drawn into those passions. But why were you being drawn in? Because it was someone from those people. Idealization. This is ours. This is how it should be. I guess I idealized it. That was me. Of what? They dragged me into someone else's goal. Mind someone else's goal. Well, I just had to watch such greedy people who grabbed everything for themselves. Yes, you may have pursued someone else's goal for a while, but that's been resolved. And when you stop pursuing someone else's goal, you achieve your own, or go with some companions who don't argue with you in a toxic way. They might have a different vision, yes, but they don't fight. They don't force you. They don't take anything away from you. Like, this is my goal, everything is mine, everything is mine, everything is mine. Yes. For a while I had to go against the current here. I don't even know now if you're going against the current or not. You've already made the decision to go your own way. The decisions have been made. You already have what you've achieved. At the same time, you don't fight. You don't get into toxic relationships. You don't force anyone to go anywhere. And even if it's hard for you alone, you rely on yourself. Already here. The decisions you've made are clear, and so are the talents you've accepted in yourself. Some things have failed. Well, while trying to uncover the story, some intrigues have failed. Maybe even some legal ones. Someone tried to win a case. Maybe someone wanted something from you, or people judged you. Every dog barks, right? You still see all of this, but now you feel calm about it. This is the failure of the pendulum. They thought, well, here comes the greed of the soul, right? They wanted to take everything from you. They thought it would be hard for you. You made a decision and kept going your own way, no matter how hard it was. Well, everyone made a decision. You are going this way. And it was just a failure, a real failure, with toxic people, with judgments somewhere, your own inner judgments. It was a failure. Yes, sometimes you might feel overwhelmed, if we're just talking about you. Well, sometimes earthly life gives this effect, that sometimes you even want to scold yourself. And it's because your mind is here, that's why. Sometimes you can see an inner conflict, but you already treat it very calmly. Well, yes, very calmly. Well, yes, the decision has already been made, no matter what, even if you argue with yourself inside. But still, I think mostly. Court, sleep is here. Yes, here it's more like sleep, thank you. Well, when society imposes some kind of wrong perception about yourself, it's just, you know, drop by drop, drop by drop. Sometimes it accumulates. Yes, it accumulates. And these emotions need to be released, and with logic, with reason, just not to let them overflow. I think here, you see, after all, you asked about society and the world. He told you, give yourself to me, give yourself to me, give. So he kept pouring and pouring. And at some point, there was an overflow. It was too much. So he had to cool down, cool his ardor, and not let it overflow anymore. Negative emotions about yourself, about your life, about what you do. Or maybe already because of the world. Yes, you started scolding yourself. Well, in general, there's a failure here. Some story failed. Well, and that's actually very good. It failed. The failure happened. And you managed to preserve yourself, your inner intentions, and develop some talents. Thank you. Grow. That's 100%. Let's ask on another deck as well. Guardian Angel. Is your Fateful one with you, and are you with me? I want to say, let's ask it this way. I want another card. Subtitles Dimatorzok. Because of some desires, you almost burned out. Well, thank you for... Again, here's the card of faith. You protected yourself. I don't know if it's someone else's desire, this kind of fire, blaze, subtitles. And here's protection. Yes, subtitles. You were restricted. It was very hard to grow. Or you started something new. Really something new. Subtitles. Or you actually raised children. Subtitles. Well, here I am. Look, this is the general layout. Someone might be restricted. Maybe there were some restrictions with a child. Maybe restrictions for children, subtitles for children, or for some kind of growth. This is what I can't understand. Yes, the card shows a long period of time, something related to ancestors. Ancestors still come up here, and this may indicate that there are some restrictions or limitations for children. Subtitles. Subtitles Dimatorzok. Subtitles made by Dimatorzok. Subtitles made by Dimatorzok. Subtitles Dimatorzok. Subtitles made by Dimatorzok. Subtitles made by Dimatorzok. Subtitles. Subtitles. Dimatorzok. Dimatorzok. Subtitles. Subtitles. You should treat yourself and others accordingly. Maybe they even processed some documents. Here it is, your vision. There is clearly some kind of ancestral connection here for you. This is... You helped your family restore something. It's very strongly connected to your family. You see, the ancestors, those who didn't succeed, were limited. And maybe you even lost your support because someone passed away. How did this person highlight moments for you so that your sense of justice could triumph? Well, that's human, really. You had to work here on Earth. And that's also your perspective, you know? Like, if you weren't somehow connected to this, well, Lower Island, the deceased, they can come. Well, astral planes or something. I wouldn't be surprised. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if dreams are prophetic dreams. Oh, exactly what will happen on Earth, Humor. If you don't know how to interpret dreams yet, you should listen. You should really learn to start interpreting them, because that's how you can restore your own sense of justice. A new transition in DNA is happening. Your ancestors had the gift of prophecy. It would have helped them survive, that's what I would say, in this world. But the world really does affect you too. Some kind of society, a large society, not just a family. Well, obviously yes, starting from some small levels. But you have some kind of globalism here, as I understand it, and the gift of prophecy was here too. Definitely in the family. You're really moving to a new level. You'll see something new, that's for sure. It's really happening. You'll be able to see more. You can give people advice, really help your children. Look, you'll be able to decode a little bit how knowledge comes from the energy information field. Actually, it's perfect for fortune tellers. Girls, if any of you work with any predictive system, like tarot, astrology, palmistry, it doesn't matter. There are a million predictive systems. But the thing is, it might be inside you. The body even talks about pendulums. The body is a pendulum. Like some people, a pendulum. Well, like some, I also use a pendulum. But actually, I have this inside me too. But I rarely develop it, mostly, in everyday situations like with food. With food, you bring your hand closer and feel your body, yes, how it pulls away or says mine. Yes, the body itself works like a pendulum. Well, I only use all this in everyday situations. I could develop it more, of course, but I like tarot more. You see, it also depends on your interests. When you move to a new level, it will become clear. Thank you. The rise of something new. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The rise of something new. Thank you. Knowledge is coming. Thank you. But it will rely on your intuition, meaning logic. You will understand that it seems like I somehow found the answer myself. Maybe somewhere. Well, maybe in some, like a mirror, maybe in reflective surfaces. Yes, online, through a laptop, through a phone. But here it's much more than that. I'll say right away, this will help here, on Earth, because this is a human map of human justice, and at the very least, it will help your children. If you don't have children, here it means you will know. That is, a child will be born directly. There's a transition happening. A child will be born, who will receive your gift as well. Well, maybe it's still within the family system, the family lineage. The transition is happening directly in the family system. But this wouldn't have happened if you had burned out in the fire of passions, a fire of passions where you could have been consumed. Obviously, it's easiest to blame the war. Editor. There's something more going on here. It's kind of... It was like that. A really serious message to the girl, boys. A fire of passions. It almost burned your wings, you know? But it did burn, and the burn was strong. Well, it's like your butterfly has cocooned. Yes. Cocooned and transformed into something new. It hasn't even fully cocooned yet, but it's already started something new. Like a butterfly that can give life to something new. I almost said it backwards, but it turns out the butterfly didn't die. It was able to give life to something new, and it's already happening. Oh, Archangel Mika. Transformation came up. Transformation is already happening. It's Archangel Michael who appeared. Well, since we're reading, she is higher powers. I'll say it like this. It was really a battle, and Archangel Michael was helping you. He fights. He fights and protects. And victory here is achieved through hard work. Last chance. Currently, you have strong opportunities, finances, good health, or someone important. Maybe you have earnings right now in your hands, or maybe it will fall right into your hand any moment now. The main chance. Well, let's say, maybe it's to protect your health. The person is inside a pentagram. To protect your money. Him. To protect your child. As a gift after the battle. If you consider that you didn't have any support, you restored it. Yes, you restored it. You took all 4 elements. The year was a turning point. That's it, if you consider it. There were some 5s coming up. Let's put them aside for now. Here is this one. The magical year was a turning point, and only you could turn it, because this is the Magician card, and you took this element that the Archangel gave you, Archangel Michael. The element of victory over social circumstances, over toxic people. Well, for some, a job came. For others, an opportunity. Or it will come, you see, it's coming. Well, for someone, a child will be born with some kind of gift. This is your gift, because if you hadn't developed it, children could come already with this gift developed. But you had to believe in yourself, in your soul, in your strength. Well, as an option, maybe, well, something is happening in the matter. This is the material card. You took it. You see, it's in your hands. Well, here it is. Where will it go? Or maybe some man is handing it to you, like a man is about to drop it right into your hand. Well, if it's money, yeah, maybe someone at work will offer you a job, maybe. Well, marriage? Maybe a marriage where a child like that is born, as a chance, and that's what it's called. I was able to take this element, but it was Archangel Michael who brought it to you. But he only rewards people who are strong in spirit, those who are not afraid to move forward, not afraid. Well, to be in the energies of Archangel Michael. To be strong, even somewhat warrior-like, but at the same time spiritual. Because you stopped some kind of battle, a battle without spirituality, you know? Society kept pulling you into it. To argue, to get angry, like a vicious cycle you could burn out in, I would say. To stay dependent long term. But you received it. Look, the magician was able to take Lamas. Lamas is all the resources of the world. So this little chance, you are already on a new path. You can take all the material resources of the world, the ones people fight, argue, and struggle for. All of this is the same money. It's all the same valuable things on earth. But only spiritual people can take it. In the end, the unspiritual, yes, they can take things away, kill, I don't know, use some kind of emotional abuse, show toxicity, pressure you with their toxicity, take things away, force you, make you think you can't do anything on your own, that you depend on me. And it turns out, you're on a new path to take all these resources, the chance is in your hands. What they wanted to take away from you, you will take, but only because you relied on your soul. And you extinguished the passion to fight and to prove who is right and who is wrong. In the end, here is this chance. You got on the right path. So if he says, "How did this year turn you around?" Yes, from schemes, toxicity, some kind of manipulation by other people who were involved in some kind of division. Then you'll be able to take what people generally like, which is why all these passions and dramas arise. Old angels. Mikhail, well, he is a warrior of the higher powers. Subtitles. Well, yes, you all understood, Night Queen. You got the message. They say you have a lot. Oh, or are you already telling someone? Let's watch now. You are speaking to those who don't understand, to those for whom it's not enough, to blur the illusions. You're saying something to some people who, maybe, just don't have enough knowledge. Here is Poppy, which can create comfort. Well, a lot of comfort. Something that is next to the matter that will consume everyone, and some people leave. Well, to take away into cruelty, yes, to take everything. And you are standing on the path of the mage, telling someone something. Look, you've accumulated a lot of knowledge. Look, you've really accumulated knowledge. You've accumulated knowledge. To have a home, a family, some kind of large family structure. That's exactly what people on Earth fight for and get passionate about. All over the world. Well, your opportunities are expanding. The opportunity to receive. Look, it's something everyone likes. Thank you. It's clear that in the material world, we all like different things. And this card also speaks about that. Human justice. People think differently. Some want, as they say, factories and plants. Yes, some people want coziness, comfort in the family, their own little apartment, a job that, well, gives some kind of stability. Yes, everyone is different, each with their own idea of justice. In the material world, everyone is right and can get what they want, but without passion. If you want to take from others, you who? The highest justice? In general, you understand. You now have the opportunity, well, really, either to gather people from all over the world, or even to expand this. Trips, moving. Maybe your children will be able to go somewhere. Your new business can bring in income. Through something global, something like that. Well, maybe some online platforms that are worldwide, or knowledge that is shared around the world. Yes, for example, you can even get paid for it. Well, some people. Well, like kids, maybe in other places, in another city. It's just stepping outside the usual boundaries, where people are dependent. It's hard to get out. And you, according to your own sense of justice, you're already on a new path. You can go beyond the limits and take it, let's say, if it's work. It's kind of a new path. Again, transformation is happening in terms of work. Well, someone has either recently quit their job, lost their job, or is going to transform their income, maybe scale it up somehow. Possibly, death came up in relation to work, which means transformation, and death always involves risk. It's a kind of crisis management. For example, if there was a crisis at a job, a person takes a risk, quits, and looks for a new job. Maybe someone has already received a job offer related to work. You're thinking, should I go there because it will change a lot of things? Well, transformation. Uninteresting for work. Well, the weighing is still going on here. Some people have left, some haven't. And while weighing, they're already thinking, will this match my wishes for work? Well, this is really fateful, whether you were given it here or will be given it. I just can't. They will give it. Most likely they will. You will be weighing it. Your guardian angel is telling you directly, this will protect you. Weigh it. Think about it. Maybe this is not the end, not the end. Maybe you will go somewhere else further for work. For work. Here is something easier. Here is something with friends. Maybe some kind of union. I don't know. Some kind of relief from work. I don't know. I like the team more. Maybe there will be a transition here, because there are still some thoughts. Or if it's about globalism, then there are three components, three sources of income that make life easier. Maybe you can meet a friend somehow. Friends, a friendly team. Maybe you can meet a soulmate at work. And it can also last a long time here. There will still be weighing. It's not the end. It's a transformation in terms of finances. Maybe some relief. Honestly, you'll be thinking for a long time. There will also be some illusory moments at work. You'll have to think about it too, whether you need it or not. That's how it is for me. Family, the structure of the family, or the home itself. Because right now, there's a chance to gather a really good harvest. Let's focus on the home. At first, wow. The Emperor. God Himself is really looking after you here. I can't put it any other way. God Himself is watching over you. This card is called the God, and we are appealing to higher powers. If the God's warrior helped you overcome some toxic social norms here, then God is taking care of your home and hearth. But without a structured approach, without thinking about a safety net and strategic thinking. Thank you. It just won't work. I'll say right away, you already have all the resources to take a step and do something, but without a structured approach. Really thinking through legislative and other aspects, because the power and the law belong to someone else. Maybe the structure will increase thanks to a man. When it comes to real estate, wow, thanks to a man or the authorities, the government, maybe, well, I don't know. For example, you have the opportunity to have a home, I don't know. And here, this is also how joint property can play a role with the authorities or with men. The status that you gave, that you yourself gave, husband, son, father. But it always implies something joint or with the authorities. Yes, so you took out a loan as if you have something, but here, oh, here you need to calculate it so that you, the authorities, can give, for example, credit holidays, for example, or, on the contrary, take out some kind of loan, but it needs to be calculated structurally. Thank you for what? You will be able to plow some field to pay it off. Subtitles by Dimitrorzak. You might still need to get some documents from the authorities. Subtitles by Dimitrorzak. For some people, marriage will really strengthen their housing situation. Or, for example, partners. Still, some partners who have authority. If you don't have partners with authority here, you still have to deal with government documents, no matter what. And you really need to take this seriously. Missing some payments can ruin everything. Taxes, documents, things like that. There are still some issues here. Partners should make decisions either above you, or if you, like, I'm the highest authority in my family, then maybe you help your partners create a real estate structure if you're the head. But still, there are government documents involved here, which makes sense. Our real estate is regulated by the government anyway, with taxes and paperwork, and everything is registered to someone. Absolutely. Growth is still happening, and work is being done on it. I'm telling you honestly, you need to think about whether you can really plow this field. A real structural plan. And without the authorities, support, or anything like that. Well, for some, it's literally a man coming. And for others, it's government agencies. Work government agencies. Here they say, review your safety net. It's exactly the foundation. So, apparently, the world you've accidentally created, don't squander it. Don't shake up this safety net. Some kind of cycle is coming to an end. Yes, the cycle is ending. This year it's all clear. It will be. Overall, the cycle is a successful one. Very much so. I'm telling you, even God Himself is helping you here. But the responsibility still lies with you. Something related to real estate. It's your responsibility. and you already have the necessary talents. Actually, you're entering the wheel of fortune, the wheel of luck. This is the symbol of the year, and it's helping you here. Everything will become clear, exactly where to act, where to move. But it will only become clear through serious strategic planning. There's no other way. And well, you'll still have to resolve something with the authorities. And if you try to avoid responsibility somewhere, the authorities will demand something from you. Then it will be very difficult. For example, if you refuse to pay or don't submit certain documents, it will be very hard. Look, you have all the resources you need to solve this dilemma. If someone ends up with a man through marriage, well, here it usually starts with living together, and then you'll have to make it official later. Most likely, this is serious. Take it seriously. Well, then let's talk about marriage. Let's ask about marital relationships, because there's real estate involved here. That's how they answered. Yes. Stability. About family structure. Family is everything. Oh, something new is growing thanks to your creativity, thanks to your love, thanks to the way you revive someone's dry emotions. Growth will happen in the family through your creativity, through your understanding, your intuition. The structure of the family will grow. It is being renewed. The structure of the family. There will be some new innovations in the family structure thanks to your love. There's really no other way to say it for those you love in your family. And this is only about relationships. This prediction concerns those who have a family and those you love. Right here. Well, something new. Something new is growing. Editor, proofreader. Oh, what a fateful, what an important thing. Love. You gave the ability to make decisions. Well, those who are in your structure, all the decisions will be fateful. Yes, it's based on, look, here is Venus, love, and maybe even the foundation. This is your money, maybe, because the cup of Venus can be both money and love. Decisions and actions already come from the family structure, and they bring growth based on your foundation, your intuition, your sense of love. Dry ground starts to sprout, but it's because of the actions of other family members, those you love, or even those you support financially. Somehow you provided a safety net, but now it's like they're giving you a fishing rod, so to speak. They're giving you some kind of fishing rod. Well, someone gave more, someone gave less, someone prepared some documents, and someone, for example, contributed to the apartment payment. I don't really know. Yeah, that's just how things are here. Wow, what kind of structure is really going on here? Look, the land is a tenth of the land. In the long run, they will scatter all over the world. Circumstances, the road, and family. Wherever you are, you will always have a connection because the foundation is your love, and it will keep uniting you. A strong family grows, the family expands, and the structure of the family enters some powerful phase. Subtitles created by Dimitorzak. Some kind of unification is happening in terms of health among family members, something resourceful. The strength card came up. Here, the family and those who have passed away are really helping. By the way, you helped someone with subtitles. Maybe you prayed for someone, and he was able to get subtitles. Unfortunately, those subtitles are from the lower island, I think. But yes, you helped. 2-1. Pirates should. Two major arcana. There is a structural transition happening where you become the head of the family for men through a woman. And through this structure, the power of the family will come, and you will become the head of the family for women. Why are you the head of the family? I don't get it for women. For some reason, they keep showing me the woman in this family structure. They say the gift of foresight will save the family, that it saves the family. Well, maybe, yes. The family structure, even if you get married, will still be traditional, but it's the woman who saves the family. She has the gift of foresight, and I'm telling you, this gift will grow into something new for you. Queen of Fire, you'll know what to do and feel more confident. That's the message. What else is fateful? What else is fateful? I just laid out a few like this. Again, took the wrong deck. Laid out several decks and got confused myself. That's what it's called. To the guardian angel. What important and fateful is happening in your life? Entrance, coordination. Are you going to change anything? Change, some changes, you will change. Update the old, you will change. Update. Most likely, you already even know what you're going to change. Well, starting with small things. Because right here, starting with small things, we will change some goals. And something at home. Well, that's it. They say you've already decided to take some action, to change something somewhere, to do something, to go somewhere, and make some other changes. Here it's important. They may seem small, but there's a transition happening. And what kind of transition is happening? You were putting something off, postponing things. You had to postpone something. The guardian angel says, I've told you a long time ago. You were putting something off. I told you a long time ago. You were putting it off. You were probably considering some options, something related to finances, thinking about different possibilities, or romantic feelings. Romantic feelings also fit here according to Pisces. Well, we love many people, our children, our friends. We love in different ways. We even love certain foods, even attachments, like we love to smoke, I don't know, we love to relax. All these things are deep in their own way. Some feelings, something you put aside here. I don't know why you put something aside, but it's important to you. Maybe meet with someone about finances or about emotions, something you put off. It's just that he says there's a transition happening now. You've already decided to have something, and oh, and well, some kind of choice has been made here. Let's see. Well, a choice has been made. I don't know. Yeah. I want to have this, as they say. That's what I decided. He says you made the right choice. I've told you for a while, and now you'll feel relieved. Well, here it could be a trip, maybe a change, maybe something related to money, or maybe with emotions. Again, oh, two cards. Oh, interesting information is coming in. I'll talk. Again, the card says that right now it's the past. The person you know, it's like they had to postpone something. Where you're going, it will help you turn over, maybe even a military vehicle. Here's a Hummer. You'll become stronger. You'll be able to turn over what is oppressing you. I would put it this way. Maybe it's some kind of militant person, or maybe it's really the war that's oppressing you. Some kind of aggression will help you turn it over. What did you decide to do with the past here? Maybe you tried to fight, but fighting didn't work out. Well, most likely with some situation. But now you've opened. You're opening. You've opened some kind of door. Well, oh, you were guessing for a long time. It turned over. You stopped guessing. You were guessing like this for a long, long time. You were guessing, yes, like you got stuck in some kind of swamp. But as soon as it turned over, you stopped guessing. It's like turning over some powerful machine for you. You'll get a lot of strength. Some kind of armor will develop. Here it's like a rhinoceros turning over a Hummer. That's what this is about. Only you will probably understand. A transition is happening. In general, you'll feel a sigh of relief. It will help you get through some difficult, overwhelming situation. Good luck subtitles. Well, here intuitively, in general, you caught luck subtitles Dimatorzak. And these subtitles will turn things around. Victory is yours. That's generally how the armor and subtitles will look. You could even flip a Hummer with subtitles. In general, things will speed up here because you stopped putting things off. Well, maybe some of you decided to go somewhere. Also, because one goal is to get something that will help you build up armor or some kind of strength. And the second goal is to go somewhere to give someone the determination to act. To go somewhere, all of this will speed things up. Here, it's just your guardian angel speaking. And what used to break you will stop breaking you. Maybe for someone it was joint pain, I don't know. For someone else it was a trip or traveling somewhere that was difficult. Yes. Like it scared you. You didn't want to do something. Like red flags. Maybe you forbade yourself. Like, what kind of trip? Where to? Like a red flag. But then you decided, that's it, I'm going. Maybe you were setting up those red flags for yourself. And again, society has an influence here, whether you like it or not. Like you shouldn't do that. Or if people do that, they lose something. Regarding those red flags, either you set them up yourself or society did it for you. Maybe you'll cross some kind of boundary, go somewhere, or take some kind of trip. Well, it had to be done. It really piled up, that's how it should be. To be continued. Not much was invested there. Not much emotion or love was put into it. I don't know. Maybe it's about the place. Maybe about the person. Maybe it's some kind of breakthrough for myself. But for me, it's more about the journey. Agenda. Again, right here, there's a skull from the past lighting up. In the end, this will protect either your new path or your children. That's the only way I can read it, really. That's what the whole reading is about. Well, it's been in your mind for a long time. It's really taken root there. And the corrector. Oh, what else is here? Your guardian angel wants to tell you something fateful, something important that you need to know. Well, have you seen something with her recently? I can say for sure. If you take some time to figure things out, you'll understand which of your dreams are about to come true, or how to make your dreams come true. Oh, it's just a habit to remember certain things. Even old dreams can be here. They will open the door to your future, to the fulfillment of your wishes. You'll be able to achieve them, meaning you'll see how to get them. Dreams or aspirations? Well, here it's more about dreams. Well, it's called dream hacking. This card says that there may be old dreams, or a lot of them have accumulated. If you interpret them correctly, you'll understand how to reach and fulfill your dream. To fine-tune the scenario, how to reach and fulfill your dream. Because basically, you're on the right path, but some steps will change along the way. Oh, people will be grateful to you. It's also interesting how... Do you want this as a guardian angel? I keep the doors open for you. You will see an ally. You will understand who will help you solve some issue, some path. Oh, well, you'll see. In general, you'll see. Like a mirror of the world, or some famous celebrity. Or maybe you will become famous. So, on your path, the birth of a star awaits. On your path, the birth awaits. Well, a star grants a wish. The birth of your wish. That's all, and Zvezny can help, because this is how the world will show you allies, with whom you can fulfill your wish, just the way you want it. If you don't change some steps, some kind of boomerang from the past might come back here. Karma. Maybe you're afraid because you tried to do something in the past and it didn't work out. Here he says, you'll learn how to debug the scenario, and that boomerang won't come back. Awaken on the map, you'll see. Awaken something. Transform some steps. Transform where you felt uncomfortable. And these will be very significant steps. You will be recognized. Oh, I'm holding the door to luck for you. You are already the magician of your intention. You are riding the wave of luck. I'm holding this door for you. And the world will take care of you. Oh, guardian angel, it turns out, don't worry. You will have some people who will want to go with you or want to help you. There will be bumps along the way. There will be some obstacles too. But as for uniqueness, well, that's clearly your own talent. It will develop. It's connected to foresight. Your unique talent will help. Here as well, it's about the unicorn, meaning the horse that makes dreams come true. Your unique soul will make it happen. There are some bumps here. Don't stop. If you keep your balance as you go, follow the strength of your soul. The strength of your spirit pulls you in. Subtitles added by Dimatorzok. And it can go on forever if you love and value yourself. Without a comfort zone, might not accept a helping hand, or with people who have spiritual laziness, who treat their own soul without love, trying to transform it, destroying themselves. There's no need for that. They will be drawn there for a different purpose, or just spiritual laziness itself. I want to stay in my comfort zone. You can simply not accept this help, not take it. We might be given help, luck, something else, but we're like, I don't want to. I'm too lazy. It will be too hard. But yes, here you can really achieve some of your goals and remove it from the world. Stereotypes, stereotypical people, well, negative, obviously stereotypical people, and gain liberation. Today, well, it's really the wheel of fortune, the wheel of fate. And that's exactly how it ended with the last card. Well, let's go on. What kind of fortune? What kind of fate is it for you to take, for you to take? Dive into your emotions, into the depth of your emotions, and you will understand how to renew your path and how I, your guardian angel, yes, he says how I love you and how I give you this path. Here, right here, a transformation is happening. Stop thinking badly about yourself or cleanse your world. Be with people who see you purely. No one pollutes you. Weigh all the pros and cons. You are entering a happy eternity, happiness. In general, the transition is already happening. Someone is nervously smoking on the sidelines. You are entering happiness. Well, it's some kind of long magical journey, healing of the heart. The heart must go through it. Only bright things or bright people should be there. Remember and honor the bright departed who are with you. Here, the ancestral spirits are clearly helping you a lot. Oh, how they protect you, how they protect you. Because you remember them, you pray. Because in your mind there is the church, the subtitles. In your mind there are teachings about God. Maybe it's something unusual, something of your own, but your mind is bright. But maybe that's exactly today, yes. We're having Christmas Eve tomorrow. Maybe you do belong to the Christian denomination. Well, it's a church thing. But it doesn't matter which denomination. God has many names. Yes. In a way, all the rest. Denominations are just teachings. Well, scientists, excuse me, are also searching for God. And they found it, yes. The God particle in the collider, yes. So they studied this topic and even gave the name God particle. Yes, that's already. Well, it doesn't matter. So, do you belong to any scientific or esoteric community? Or maybe to some spiritual communities? Today, this is a message to you. Thank you. I thank you for being with me today, and I thank your guardian angel for such interesting answers. It was very interesting to read this spread today, so deep, kind of multi-layered. Well, I might even rewatch it myself. Some ideas here were really interesting. In any case, I thank you. I thank you for your love, for any feedback, even just a heartfelt like in the comments, for your support, yes, for your heartfelt support of this channel, for sharing your energy, or even material support. We all live in a material world, and we can't ignore matter. It should be in harmony with spiritual and material energy. Otherwise, everything will fall apart. Yes. Well, or, as I said, it's sponsorship support, which is already material support for this channel. If you can afford it, or small donations, little gifts, inexpensive ones, like in material form, 10, 20 rubles. It's like matter drop by drop. In any case, I will be very pleased by your attention and care for this channel, and for me, your support for me as the creator. I'm not saying goodbye to you. Come by more often, stay longer. It's very interesting to work with your energies. I really like this flow. It's a bit challenging to read, but that's what makes it interesting. Until we meet again, my dears. And of course, congratulations on the upcoming holidays. Thank you.